Real Madrid is once again at the epicenter of a football storm. In the opening days of June, the club hit full throttle on the transfer market, taking advantage of FIFA's special window until June 10th, and that only added to the drama. There are already high-profile official transfers, prominent names are being discussed, and new details keep emerging behind the scenes. In this episode, we have more than just news. Here you'll find confirmed deals, inside information, rumors, and even a pinch of backstage gossip. What is happening with Rodrygo? Why is Trent Alexander-Arnold already in Madrid? Who are Dean Huijsen, Vitinha, and Angelo Stiller? And how do they fit into Xabi Alonso's project? All of this and much more, right now. Let's start with the main thing: confirmed transfers. The first thunderbolt in clear skies is that Trent Alexander-Arnold is now a Real Madrid player. Yes, you heard that right. A legend of Anfield. A man who rose through the academy ranks to wear the captain's armband will now defend the colors of the Blancos. Trent's contract with Liverpool was set to expire at the end of June, but Real didn't wait. The club needed reinforcements for the FIFA Club World Cup beginning on June 14th in the United States. To secure his final weeks under contract, Madrid paid around £10 million. The deal is confirmed. Alexander-Arnold has signed a 6-year contract running until the summer of 2031. He leaves England having played 354 matches, scored 23 goals, and won 8 trophies, including the Champions League, 2 Premier League titles, and the Club World Cup. A new chapter, a new challenge, and it seems Real is ready to build its future around players of that caliber. But that's not all. The 18-year-old Dutch wunderkind Dean Huijsen has also moved to Madrid. The center-back cost the club $59.5 million and has signed a deal until 2030. According to reports from Spain, he will immediately join the first team and compete for a starting spot under Xabi Alonso. This is not a temporary fix. At Real, they see him as a long-term pillar in central defense. Well, the transfer summer is only just beginning, and Real already has 2 powerful moves. So, what's next? And here comes the next in line. A potential third newcomer for Real's entirely revamped defensive line. Yes, you heard that right. Madrid is ready to rebuild its backline almost from scratch ahead of the FIFA Club World Cup. After signing Alexander-Arnold and Huijsen, the next target is the left flank. That means the futures of Ferland Mendy and Fran Garcia are very much in question. Right now, heated negotiations are underway with Benfica over Alvaro Carreras, a 22-year-old Spaniard who has already agreed personal terms with Real and is eager to return to the club where he once began his journey in the academy. But it all comes down to money. The release clause is $50 million. At first, Madrid tried to negotiate down the price, offering to include players in a swap or use other bargaining tactics. However, the deadline is fast approaching. The transfer window for the Club World Cup squad closes next week. Now Real is prepared to meet Benfica's demand and pay Carreras' full release clause so that he can join the team in time for training on June 2nd. Insiders at Marca confirm that the deal is close. Carreras is burning to don the white shirt, yet he still respects Benfica, who believed in him and gave him his chance to grow. Interestingly, Carreras is not just another young fullback. His path went through Deportivo, Manchester United, and a loan spell at Preston, but his true breakthrough came in Lisbon under Bruno Lage. This spring, he was named Benfica's Young Player of the Month, and this summer, he has become one of the most sought-after Spaniards on the market. But the defensive revolution doesn't stop there. Xabi Alonso is building Real Madrid in his own image, and, as has become known, he intends to begin with the classic 4-3-3 formation. The new coach and his staff have already made it clear. Don't expect a 3 center-back setup anytime soon. There just aren't enough suitable players available. That's why the focus is now entirely on 2 central defenders. Militao, Rodrygo, and Alaba are returning, but their form and fitness will be closely monitored during the Club World Cup. There are still questions about their condition after injury setbacks. Meanwhile, young players like Dean Huijsen and Raul Asensio are at their peak and will get the chance to prove themselves. La Fabrica will also play a part. Joan Martinez is still sidelined with a serious injury, but 2 other academy products, Jacobo Ramon and Diego Aguado, have already been called up to the first team and will travel to the United States. Aguado, notably, can also cover the left-back position, a valuable wild card in Alonso's deck. Still, Madrid understands that youth alone won't be enough. According to Marca, if the defensive reliability isn't convincing during the U.S. tour, Real will return to the market for another center-back. And here's where the real intrigue begins. Christian Romero is one of the players being closely monitored in Valdebebas. The 27-year-old Argentine could leave Tottenham after a disappointing season, and if Manchester City or United make a move, Real is ready to join the race. Romero isn't against a change of scenery, and for Madrid it's a chance to sign an experienced and aggressive center-back with real character. A major midfield rebuild is on the horizon at Real Madrid, and the club has already begun identifying key pieces. With Luka Modric's time at the Bernabeu coming to an end, the club is actively searching for a new anchor in midfield. According to the Spanish press, one of the main candidates is Stuttgart midfielder Angelo Stiller. The 24-year-old German is more than just an option. He is a player with excellent tactical discipline, capable of controlling the tempo and distributing the ball intelligently from deep. Exactly what the new Real needs as Xabi Alonso builds a more balanced and flexible midfield. Alonso himself is reportedly the biggest advocate of this signing. According to sources close to the club, he is personally interested in bringing Stiller in, viewing him as the type of player who could become a key element of his new tactical setup. And while there is competition, Liverpool and Ajax have also shown interest. It is Real who have moved furthest in the negotiations. Stuttgart is open to talks, but won't sell for less than $40 million. But Real isn't stopping at just one name. Another potential successor to Modric is on the radar. 23-year-old Vitinha from PSG. The French Giants are reportedly open to a sale after the Club World Cup, and Madrid has already made contact with the player's entourage. Vitinha is seen as a more attack-minded option, capable of impacting the game either as a starter or off the bench, depending on the match scenario. Amid all this, the club is also planning the return of Nico Paz, a young talent whose rights are still partially retained by Real after his move to Italian side Como. The buyback clause is something the Madrid office is ready to activate. It seems the next era of Real's midfield will be built around youth, technical skill, and versatility. Stiller, Vitinha, Paz. 3 different profiles, 3 different approaches, and all are firmly on the club's radar. Who will become the new engine of this team? We'll find out very soon. With the arrival of Xabi Alonso at Real Madrid, a new chapter has begun. And one of the key questions is the future of Rodrygo. The Brazilian has long been surrounded by rumors, talk of a possible sale, doubts about his form, and offers from Premier League clubs. But now it's clear, Rodrygo has no intention of leaving Madrid. More than that, he's sent a clear message to the club's management. He wants to stay and prove that he deserves his place in the team. After an emotional farewell to Carlo Ancelotti, where he openly expressed his desire to work with him both at club level and with the Brazilian national team, Rodrygo personally told Florentino Perez and sporting director José Ángel Sánchez that his priority remains the same. He sees himself as part of Real Madrid. Interestingly, just a few weeks ago, he admitted to the coaching staff that he wasn't mentally ready to play in that very Clásico, which secured the La Liga title for the club. But now, everything has changed. His mindset is focused, his motivation is sky high. He has exactly 45 days to reset himself and convince everyone, from the new coach to the fans, that his place is right here, wearing white at the Bernabeu. Xabi Alonso has publicly confirmed that he's counting on Rodrygo, just like he is on the rest of the squad. But he also made it clear, now it's up to the player himself. And the upcoming Club World Cup will be a real test. For Rodrygo, it's a chance not just to stay, but to become an important part of Alonso's new team, a team being built from scratch. And if he manages to show what he's truly capable of, no one will even remember the rumors. A new era for Real Madrid, and perhaps a rebirth for Rodrygo. So friends, we've seen how Real Madrid is essentially rebooting its squad, building a new defense, seeking fresh midfield options, and giving youth a real chance, but most importantly, this is only the beginning. Very soon, we'll see just how quickly Xabi Alonso can implement his football philosophy on the pitch, and whether Rodrygo can become the player everyone expects him to be. As for the new faces, Huijsen, Carreras, Stiller, Vitinha, and more to come, this group promises to be explosive. In the meantime, share your thoughts in the comments. Which of the new signings do you think will be the team's biggest trump card? What are Rodrigo's chances of regaining top form? Let's discuss all of it together. I'll be reading your thoughts for sure. Thanks for being with us. See you soon, and Hala Madrid.